Tonight, I'll tell you a story that has been whispered for decades in a small Egyptian village. A story about a house so cursed, even the bravest men refuse to step inside. It is not just haunted by spirits. It belongs to something older, darker, the Jinn. What you are about to hear is said to be true. Listen if you dare. In a small Egyptian village hidden among endless fields of palm trees, there is a house no one dares to enter. The villagers say it is cursed. They whisper that it belongs not to humans, but to something else. The house was built in the 1980s by a wealthy merchant. At first it was a dream home, large, modern, filled with light. But within weeks, the dream turned into a nightmare. At night, the wife heard heavy footsteps moving across the roof, even though no one was there. The youngest child cried that a tall, dark figure stood over his bed, whispering in a language he could not understand. Then the animals began to die. Chickens, goats, even the guard dog all found lifeless, their eyes wide open, as if they had seen something so terrifying their hearts simply stopped. One night, the merchant himself woke to the sound of water rushing. He walked to the bathroom and found the taps running, the floor flooded. But when he looked into the mirror above the sink, he froze. Behind his reflection stood a figure, tall, faceless, a shadow darker than the night itself. He spun around. The room was empty. The next morning, the family left the house without a word. For months, the place stood silent. Yet at night, villagers swore they saw candlelight flickering in the windows, and sometimes faint chanting drifting across the palm grove. Years later, a group of university students rented the house. They laughed at the stories, but laughter turned to fear. On their third night, one of them awoke screaming. He said a woman in black had walked past his bed. She had no face, only dark, empty holes where her eyes and mouth should be. Doors slammed shut by themselves. Food spoiled within hours. One morning, a boy woke with long scratches across his back, as if something had clawed him while he slept. After 2 weeks, they ran from the house, leaving everything behind. Desperate, the villagers called a respected sheikh to cleanse the house. He entered, reciting verses from the Quran. Minutes later, he collapsed to the ground, his lips moving but no sound coming out. When he finally woke, he refused to speak of what he had seen. He gave only one warning. This house is not yours. It belongs to them. Leave it, or pay the price. The doors were locked. The house was abandoned once again. In 2015, a new family, unaware of the legend, bought the property. For a while, nothing happened. But one night, the husband woke and found his wife standing in the garden, staring into the palm grove. Her eyes were rolled back. Her lips moved, whispering in a deep voice that was not her own. Terrified, he shook her. She collapsed, and when she opened her eyes, she had no memory of what had happened. By morning, the family was gone. Today, the house still stands in the palm grove, its windows broken, its walls cracked. But if you pass by at night, you may see candlelight flickering in the darkness, and if you listen closely, you might hear whispers, voices not meant for human ears. The house in the palm grove still stands, silent and waiting. Pause. Some say if you walk too close at night, you'll see lights inside and hear voices calling your name. But tell me, would you dare to go in? If this story chilled you to the bone, subscribe for more terrifying true encounters. Because the next story might be even darker. Asterisk.